Hello, my name is Heather Wagner and I am a Tula XII brand ambassador. Today we are going to be doing a flip through of my updated health organizer featured in the medium size. This organizer usually stays at home, which I will periodically update. It also goes to the doctor's office with me to make sure I can give my doctor any updates and take any notes from that appointment. As a disclaimer, I like to redo my insert covers to coordinate with my actual organizer cover, and the Deco kits are perfect for that. From the kit, I use the die cuts and the journal cards as placeholders once I glue the paper clips onto them. So let's do a flip through and let's get started. Now, one thing I will also say is my tab dividers have not came in yet, so ones that are on here will be removed, but it's just as a temporary setup. So hopefully I will have those pretty soon. So as you see, I have redone the covers, and I really loved this particular deco kit. This is the teal, and as you see, I take the journal cards and the die cuts, and I simply glue the paper clips onto the back of them, and they provide a good placeholder for each of my inserts. So each one has a little something, and I just wanted to show that to you right quick because they are super cute, and these all come in this particular kit. And again, this is the teal deco kit. Alrighty, so the very first insert that I have is the health and wellness. This particular one is good for tracking all of the everyday necessities, which include, of course, your date, but all of your meals and snacks, any type of activity or exercise, how much you slept, what your mood is. You also have over here your water intake, your medicines or your vitamins, and a daily health mental checklist. I love this. I love being able to be detailed, which is what I really like about this insert. Another option, if you're not necessarily wanting to track your food and do a little bit more journaling, we also have the self-care insert that you can use instead of this. It does track your water intake and some basic information, and every day has a journaling section. So if this is more than you want, then the self-care insert would be a better option. So I have this listed as my dailies because, as you see, this is a daily thing. And our inserts come in either a quarterly style or they come in a yearly style. And because there's something that you do every day with this, this is considered one of our quarterlies. Now I have it as a daily because I do it every day. But this is a quarterly insert. So every quarter I need to replace this particular insert if I use it like I'm supposed to. My next insert is measurements. Now I have this as a weekly, but the layout is designed in such a way that one of these will last a full year. So you have a monthly check-in where you put in your month that you're starting, what is your goal, anything that you want to say or comments that you want to make, especially if something's happening and you want to notate that, especially around the holidays. Anything that you want to note, it's got this right here. And then at the very end, you brag about your own accomplishments, and it doesn't matter how big or small they are. You need to have that brag flag for that. So that's a good spot for that. On this side, you have 5 check-ins. So what you do is you pick one day a week, whichever is the best for you. You'll put that date and then what your size and weight is, and you will also measure your arms, waist, thighs, hips, and chest. And you have 5 sections here, so because of how some of the months run, some months are shorter, some are longer, so they provide you with 5 to make sure that you are covered. But because of the layout, this will be a yearly, so one insert can last you all year. So that's really nice with that. And FYI, you do not need to be checking yourself daily on your weights and stuff because it's just too stressful. You really only need to do it once a week, first thing in the morning, before you have ate or drank anything, and before you take a shower. Basically, strip down and then weigh yourself. That is your true weight. And just do it once a week. And then, because you're going to fluctuate a little bit. So there's no sense of stressing yourself out every day because you're trying to lose weight or gain weight. And I'm sorry I went on a tangent there. I do apologize. So the next two inserts are identical inserts, but I use them for different things. Now, this particular mental health insert is being used as a mental health and to track my mood swings. Now, this has got a circular calendar and it has a MAE format, which is a morning, afternoon, and evening. And what I have done, I've already got a color coding system. And let me grab it here and I will bring it up a little bit closer so you can see it. So it's not clearing up as nicely as I'd like to. But as you see, I have 8 color codes to let me know what my mood is throughout the day. And the first 4 are okay, while the next 4, they get darker in color to let me know that if I've hit that section right here, then I need to do something about that. So if I get into this column here and I go in here and I mark that, let's say I've got some anxiety and I use this blue like I've color coded, what am I doing in regards to that? And then I will also put a letter in there. Did I meditate? Did I exercise? I need to do something to correct the situation. So you have, this is personally me. I have 8 options to choose from because you do know that you can wake up in the morning one way and then by the afternoon you feel a different way. So it's good to be able to track that. And if you're not necessarily wanting to track it like for a full day, like it's set up here, you don't have to. You can just do once a day what your overall average feeling was for that day. And then you can make any notes that you need to, especially if it was like a hard month for some reason. So this right here is set up as a monthly. So this will actually last all year long if you use it every month like you're supposed to. So again, this is one of our yearly versions. And as I stated, I have another mental health. I've covered that up, but I have actually repurposed it to track my period. I like the general layout of it, and it can coordinate with the actual mood one that I'm doing over here. And that way I can see if whenever I have that time of month, is it affecting my mood, which good chance it is. And I can also make notations that in that time frame, that's what was going on. So maybe everything was all nice and stuff except for maybe 3 or 4 days. I can come over here and notate that section was during my time of month. Self-explanatory. Now this one's a little different. It still has the morning, afternoon, evening layout here, but what I've done is that I have repurposed this instead of morning, afternoon, evening. The first one is actually going to describe where I am at on my period. And this is the normal for me. I get agitated, have the spotting, bleeding, and then the fatigue. That is what is normal for me. And so I have those color coded. And so if I go around in the M circle, it would be one of these colors to coordinate and show where I would be at. Now, on the A ring, I would notate, regardless of this, was I having any pain at all? Was it debilitating? That way I can actually show this to my doctor later on because it has been a problem, which is the reason why I do track it. And then that way we can see what we need to do to adjust any type of medicine to help me with that. And if I'm having these really bad problems, I have, again, what am I going to do about it? Some days I'm just going to rest because that's the best thing you can do. And then I also have other options. So you're simply just going in and marking them accordingly. This one wouldn't have a full filled in coloring because I'm not going to be having a full month of a period. This one will be filled in because I am tracking it every day throughout the day. This one is just in the time frame of this, and that's it. So again, this will last for a full year because it's a monthly spread here. So it is a yearly insert. Now, what I have done, I'm not finished yet. I have one of our zipper plastic accessories. This is the newer version. It doesn't have the zipper. It's just that you push to close. This one actually has a top loader, so I am in the process of making a dashboard. I am just not finished with it yet. And I apologize that keeps doing that. There we go. And of course, you know, if you don't take the time now for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness later. So it's a good motivator. And it's also got 2 pockets here. And this is one of those little mini sticky notes. And I decided that for both of my mental health insert trackers, I decided to use all of the same colors. So all 8 of these is visible in both of those inserts. So I'm not having to keep finding different colors. It just makes my life a little easier. And then I can just leave it in here and have access to it and be ready to go. So again, this is the medium. And as you see, it fits 8 of the mild liners, highlighters. This is the double-ended ones. So there's plenty of space to put some, whatever coloring code that you want to do. There's plenty of space. The next insert is the medical doctor visits. And this, depending on how often you go to the doctor, it can last a year. It might last a quarter. It really varies on how often you're going to the doctor. And the first thing you're going to have is you're going to have some openings here for your different doctors that you see. And if there's a website that you can get onto to check your charts and stuff. So it gives you space for your doctor's information. And then it gives you the doctor visits themselves, and it has the notations here, which doctor you've seen, when you've seen them, what were you seeing them for, and then make your notations about what was discussed with your doctor, because it's always nice to have that go-to to go back, let's say maybe a year from now, you need to see what was going on that particular day. And then any medications that were prescribed. So it's nice just to have it because you never know when you might need to flip back and look at that information. And you can also do this for your children as well. So that way, if you have to keep up with things, especially with if you are sharing custody of a child or anything like that, and you need to keep up with records, this is a good way to do that as well. And the last insert is the family tree insert. I am not completely finished with this, and I had kind of messed up, so I will be buying another one to fix up my mess. And I have decided that I am going to use the family tree insert to track any hereditary issues that run in my family, because those risks increase the further down it comes to you. So maybe if this person had something, but each generation it becomes less and less of an issue, that's nice to know. But if, for example, and this is an actual issue, if you look and see that all 3 of these females, your mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, all that genetic relationship here, all has endometriosis issues, chances are you're going to have endometriosis issues. And so having this information for your doctor is super helpful in determining any type of preventative care to help keep you healthy and to prevent any of these issues happening. Now, what you see here is just the first page. This is the general layout. I am actually going to be doing a presentation in regards of how to set up the family tree insert. So I will not go over that in this. I will post a link to the video once I am finished. And if once you're finished watching this and you want to see that video, the link will be there shortly that you can go and jump and watch it. So it's kind of confusing when you first look at it, but I promise you it's very simple once you actually use your own family's names. It's always hard when it's another person's family because you don't know who's who. But if you use your own, it does make things a lot easier for you. So again, this is my health organizer in medium, and I hope this was helpful. I hope you've seen some ideas that might spark of what you might want to do. If you have any questions or comments or anything else you would like to see, please let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.